them boys.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For Miami, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. We'll be keeping an eye on John Wall tonight. He's really made that jump from good to great the last few years. Once looked at as a scoring point guard, he now makes his entire team better, Shaq.
You know, he's slowed down a lot, but he's still the fastest guy out there. He's learned how to play against how teams were defending his pick and roll, and now gets a lot of easy points off of it.
Yeah, I think his assist, Ernie, has jumped up like the last 3 years. You know, he's averaging 10 assists per game last season. That's double.
And welcome, everyone, to another presentation of the Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And now Washington's starting group. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Gortat is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Porter in at the three, the small forward.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Miami on defense. Here's Wall.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Here's Dragic from outside. Morris with the rebound. Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. I think all 3 of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does.
And that one's good. Bosh has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
No one near Wall as he lets it go. Off target with his 3.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up.
Porter, no luck.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from 3. But even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents.
Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
That's one of those alley-oops upside your head right there.
Here's Wade. It's John Wall with the rebound.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Bosh.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Here's Wall. Knocks down the 10-footer. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
That's good.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Porter dishes to Beal. Wall against Dragic. A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. That's 12 points for John Wall.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Bosh. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Miami.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable. And for the most part, he was after those incidents.
The Wizards have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And, you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second-best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Made it on the run, too.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now, here's Thornton. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 54 seconds left in the first. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Kicks it to Stoudemire. And the pass to Richardson. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Stoudemire outside. A fadeaway. Sessions with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Connects from three-point range. Sessions has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Winslow shot is off.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Temple. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Temple's got his first bucket in this one. Richardson. Again. And stolen by Richardson. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player.
I was obsessed with the NBA.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help break. The love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Nick Roberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. Richardson is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team you like playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Here's Wall. Finished off the break. Wall's got 14. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
And it's blocked. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. The Heat shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And Washington making a change here. Porter's checked in from deep. Wall, but they get it back. Pass to Beal. There's the screen. The second chance effort. Cannot hit. Now the Heat take it the other way.
You know, going back to Jared Dudley, he helps you in so many different ways. Shoots a lot of threes, yet does so efficiently. He rebounds, he passes the ball. He'll get a little physical, too. He's a valuable vet to have in your locker room.
Wall missing again. The Heat trail by 7. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's McRoberts, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage. And you know what Jared Dudley's nickname was in college? The Junkyard Dog. I mean, for his toughness and that nose he has for the ball. Two attributes that have served him greatly here at the next level.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of last a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Dragic comes in for Richardson. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Porter kicks to Gortat. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
Here's Deng. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Deng's got his second bucket of the night.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's Dragic with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
And the Wizards making a change here. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Temple comes in for Jared Dudley. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. The Heat trail by 3. Porter with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Heat have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Sessions. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
And it's the Heat with the ball. 7-point differential. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
It's Bosh with the drive, and it's good. Bosh has got 6 points.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Sessions. Miami grabs the miss. Bosh has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's blocked.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And that one's good by Porter.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
That's good. 10 points for Chris Bosh.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shoots it. Can't get it to go. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Dang for 3. Good. Dang's got 5 points now this quarter.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
The Wizards have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Sessions passes to Temple. He kicks to Sessions. And taken away by Johnson. And that's a foul called on Ramon Sessions. That is his first foul of the game. Dragic. And the first half.
Well, I'm here with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 14 points. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. He has 14 points, and he's picked up 1 dime.
So the Wizards 5 right now. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Marquise Morris is out there with Gortat, and it's Porter in at the 3 slot.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Wall with it, now guarded by Dragic. And Whiteside sends it back. And here they come. Wade has the open look, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
It's stolen by Morris.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
Wade dishes to Whiteside. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder, and that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Otto Porter Jr.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Bang for 3. And again, Miami with the triple. Wizards have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. All with it. He's picked up by Dan. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Wade misses.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
It is good. The assist from Bosh. Bosh has got 3 assists in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. And that one's good by Gortat.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Winslow with it. Guarded now by Morris. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago, got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, you know, what he did in that national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And Beal kicks to Morris, and there's the foul. It's on Josh McRoberts. That is his first foul of the game. Sessions checked in for the Wizards. Here's Morris. He dishes it to Sessions, and it's Dragic with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. It's Gortat with the drive, and he gets it to go. Gortat's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
Wade kicks to Winslow. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Wizards passing it around. Outside for Beal. A stupendous finish in traffic. Beal's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
That's a terrific move to the basket. The defense played that one well, but it didn't make any difference.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Nene comes in for Gortat. And it's Thornton in for Bradley Beal. Stolen by Nene. Shoot from the right block. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. Nene's got 5 points so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A different look for Miami. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And a switcher also for Washington. Porter's checked in for Morris. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Wizards with the lead. 1:03 left in the third. Sessions passes to Porter. His three-pointers off the mark. The Heat have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. That is good. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Dragic with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Luol Deng is checked in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Goran Dragic. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Wall can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers. He'll do the knowledge to the master.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. Washington shooting well, 50% from the floor. We've got Chris Bosh, Deng out there with Johnson. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Richardson in a two-guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Wade to take the lead. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Morris. Porter dishes to Gortat to the middle. Here's Morris. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Morris has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Wizards. Deng kicks to Wade. Drops in the layup for two. Wade's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade. It's Gortat with the drive. Outside for Beal. Clock at 6. And here's Wall outside. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Wall with another miss. And the Heat shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Here's Johnson, and he uses the glass on the way up. And the Heat lead by 2. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Heat.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Porter, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Last season, a mixed bag for Wall statistically. Some steps forward, but overall, lower numbers.
Yeah, but, you know, he didn't score as much as he had the previous 2 seasons, but he was more efficient. And sometimes, Kevin, the better your team, the less you have to do, but he clearly is a better player.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Wizards leading by 3. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
That could have major consequences, Kevin. With this game still in question, it's really a tough time to lose it.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Gortat, the pass to Morris. They grab their own miss. Outside for Beal. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Chris Bosh. He misses the free throw. Jared Dudley's checked in for Porter. Good on the second free throw.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Feeds it to Richardson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Leaps for it. Gortat with the steal. To the wing right side. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And finished off by Beal.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Winslow's checked in for Richardson. And he gets it to go. And it's 9 points here for Beal.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Take a look at what Hassan Whiteside's done. He has 8 points, and he's been a brick wall today with all those blocks.
You got that right. He's giving them serious doubts about bringing the ball to the rim.
Luol Deng is checked in for Johnson. And both free throws good from Whiteside.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Wade dishes the Bosh. Gortat with the block. Now here's Beal. And Dudley kicks to Beal. He feeds it to Wall. Hacked on the shot. And he'll have 3 chances at the line. They get Luol Deng. And the first of 3, missing that time. That's a tough one to miss, but 2 more chances. He makes the second free throw, and that gives them the lead. And so he ends up making 2 out of 3, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Wade with it. Now Beal defending. Wade passes to Winslow. Beal with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Wall. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Dudley's shot is good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Heat trail by 6, and it's Whiteside off the drive. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And that's 12 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Washington's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range.
Hassan Whiteside. 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got 1 more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a 1-possession game.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now. Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Wall's shot is off. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Both free throws good from Wade.
Well, Dwayne Wade in this one, he's got 14 points and 4 assists. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Here's Whiteside. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Washington. Morris into the lane. Stolen by Wade.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
Here's Beal. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're losing by 7. 16 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Timeout called the Heat. They trail by 7. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
Yep. You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios.
2.
He's able to hit the second one, and that trims the lead to 6. Now Sessions. And so it's the Wizard.
Well, Bradley.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move. John Wall. He put up a new. Keep shooting. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei